What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. It did. Shout out to everybody one time for the one time. Late night on the East Coast grind or early morning. You know how we do it, grind and shine. And Soric, knocked out Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez in the fourth round. A lot of people, primarily Roman Gonzalez fans, were saying that the first fight was a hoax. He didn't win. Gonzalez got robbed. And said Soric only said he trained for only 2 months. He trained 4 months for this fight, and it showed. He trained 2 for the first fight. That's what I meant. And he trained 4 for this one. And in the first fight, I just seen a guy that, just had Roman Gonzalez's number. A lot of people was in denial what they saw. They probably let the broadcast sway them. I seen it live, then I watched it again. I was in Madison Square Garden that week. And, the body work. The body work by Soric, man. And punch placement. That was the key. He placed his punches very well. And I think Chocolatito got, he got discouraged. When he was hitting in the second round, I felt like he won the second, even though Harold Lemon gave water rounds to Soric. But I felt like he was hitting him with some good shots, Gonzalez. But Soric wasn't moving. He was not moving. And Soric was giving Gonzalez good shots. And I think in that round, when Gonzalez saw he couldn't hurt Soric, I think that just took his heart away right there. And then I think after that, I think it was just downhill from there. I think he lost his confidence. He knew he couldn't hurt him. And I still didn't think he went to the body enough for Gonzalez. And I thought that he should have pressed and then box him and move and use some angles. He didn't want to box. He still wanted to bang. He still was undisciplined. And that's what I told you. A new trainer can't change a boxer overnight, not over in one training camp. That's not going to happen. And that was that was a telling tale for me when he switched trainers, or his handlers made him switch trainers to the Japan guy. I knew it wasn't going to work, not at least that quickly for the rematch. And he couldn't do nothing different. He got stuck in his ways. Gonzalez, and Soric was just the better man, stronger, better man. So I be telling you guys, the loss doesn't matter. He had 4 losses, and he beat a guy that was, some people deem pound for pound number 1 before his March loss to Soric in the original fight. And this dude Soric is just a good fighter. He was a bigger, stronger guy, and he was able to figure out Gonzalez's style. His style matched perfectly with Roman Gonzalez's style. I just think he moved up one weight class too much. I know people say it's only 3 pounds, but that's a big difference. When you're already a smaller guy, and Soric, body punching. Then he knocked him out with I think it was a right hand, right hook. I think it was hook right, good night. And I thought Soric could have hit him with a lot of uppercuts, but he chose to go to the hook to the body, come to the head, and really just tame him. And then when Gonzalez started to press the attack, like I told you guys in the first fight, even though Soric was on the back foot, he was very confident, very comfortable, chin tucked, guard up, and he was countering him. He was taking this aggression, and he was turning it, in his favor. And from Gonzalez, ain't too much. I can't say ain't too much he can do, because I don't think he beats Inoue, and I don't think he beats Soric. He can't beat Soric, period. So it might be best for him to go down if he could make the weight 112 and do his thing there. But you got flatline, man. He got flatline, And they was talking about a fire meeting where he said that he wasn't the same fighter at super flyweight. Andre Ward said, "Oh, I never say that as a fighter." He had never admitted, and he said he took it as a sign of weakness. You can see he was very timid, Gonzalez in this fight. He tried to come out all hard, but I tell you guys, after that second round, when he landed some good shots and Soric didn't go anywhere, that took his soul right there, in my opinion. I just tell his whole demeanor was different. And 2 rounds later, with 1 minute and 18 seconds left, I think he got knocked the fuck out hard. He got knocked down before the knockout. And when he got knocked down, I knew he was getting knocked out. In my opinion, I knew he was getting knocked out. Because it wasn't that he stayed down long, just took the 8 count. You could see in his eyes, he was defeated. He was done. He was like, man, I don't want no more of this shit. And, Soric knew it. He went for the kill, aggressive. Gonzalez was throwing stuff back. I think he knew when Gonzalez was throwing stuff back that they was arm punches and he have any real weight or strength or power behind it. And he just walked through him and knocked his ass out with a right hook. And, this was guys pound for pound number 1 guy. They was telling us he was better than Andre Ward, better than Kovalev, better than Canelo, better than Bud Crawford, better than a lot of guys. And, a lot of people weren't buying it. I ain't buy that shit, man. I put him up there somewhere, anybody with close to 50-0. fights, I say he probably gotta be good, multiple weight champion. But at the end of the day, I had him at 8 after the loss because I'm not gonna just take him out of the top 10 on my pound for pound list because of one loss, you know. But the way he lost this one, yeah, he's out of there. You know, should Sorg be in there? That's a whole different argument. He got his mandatory is Juan Estrada, who won tonight, knocked down Carlos Corrales, and ended up beating him. And also, Inoue is another great talent who showed his class today by beating Antonio Nivias. I mean, with a barrage of left hooks to the body. That guy's a problem. Him and Sorg will be an excellent fight after he gets past his mandatory Juan Estrada, if he get past Juan Estrada. And you know, I think that's close to, you know, a 50-50 fight. I might give Inoue an edge by 55-45. But Sorg is real, man. You know, he is real. You know, he can box. He's strong. He got that strong base that always should signal in your mind when somebody got some strong legs in boxing. They come to punch. They got some power. Not too many times when people with small legs in boxing with large legs in boxing don't have power and that base and that core. That's where the power comes from. And him and Inoue down the line, that's gonna be an excellent fight. I wouldn't count Sorg out in that fight, man. He's a big, strong guy with a Muay Thai background, so he understands, you know, how to maneuver and how to be strong and how to train his body. He says he's not scared of anybody. And, you know, for Gonzalez, man, I don't know where he goes from here, man. You know, I think he should move back down 3 pounds and try to be the king down there and rebuild himself back up. But anybody with that Billy badass mentality that think they can't be touched, that are just destroying guys, when they get beat, they not the same guy. And you can tell his confidence level wasn't the same coming into this fight. You know, he was unsure of himself, you know, from what I was hearing from the fighter meetings. And maybe a move down in weight where he's been a champion before can help him out. I think it could. You know, gain some confidence back. He was just too small for 115. That's just what it was, you know. And Sorg, you know, maybe he was just the guy that had his number, you know, because his Gonzalez style played right into Sorg's hands. And like I said, Sorg got a bright future. He got the opponents in front of him to be a pound-for-pound top fighter. And, you know, these guys put the super flyweight division, you know, in the number 1 slot, the primary slot tonight. And I think a lot of people, you know, want to know, they want to see about what's going on with these guys. And, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see some more, you know, super flyweight cards. Hopefully, you know, more promoters and managers, you know, sign these guys and put these guys on the bill, because this shit was exciting. It was a great atmosphere, always in StubHub, always produces great fights. But it's your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.